Our leaders steal the money. The first question is, what exactly do you people have in mind? International Monetary Fund or IMF? World Bank? I am throwing these questions to all of you today. African Union, European Union, Organization of African Unity. You good for nothing entities that are set up only for your pockets. I just want this video to be short and decent. That is why I don't want to make it so voracious. Whether the message will sink in because of your own children too. What kind of business assessment do you carry out in Africa that enables all of you, these organizations, to be lending African leaders so much money? And there is a loophole, intentional loophole created that enables the same African leaders to steal to the last penny, and then they bring it back to your countries, despite all the useless, fake, self-imposed border services. Aren't you people ashamed of yourselves? You should be ashamed of yourselves. All of you world leaders, there is not one of you, not one, that has that moral justification, because it is an intentional creativity to continue to do that. So after doing the business assessment, how else do you think our countries will be able to pay back such loans if not through our resources? And the whole African continent now is not saying, okay, even if you're going to get these resources, because our leaders are collecting money from you and they are stealing it, and you're allowing it to bring it to your countries, please don't kill us. Look at what all of you have done to Congo, Republic of Congo. Look at what your mercenaries are doing there. 6-year-old, 4-year-old girls, you sleep with them mercilessly. You people should be ashamed of your own wickedness. You people are no longer humans. And I stand up as a voice in Africa today, that whatever you want to do, you can do. But it is a must that somebody calls a spade a spade. All of you should be ashamed of yourselves. That at the end of the day, when an African leader stands up and says enough is enough, the first thing you useless world leaders will say is, we're going to cut off AIDS. We're not going to send help to you again. Aren't you all ashamed of your wickedness? You cut off aid from the same continent where you get your resources. Where you get your resources, you said you are not sending aid to them again. Remove all your mercenaries from all over Africa and see what that continent becomes in the next 10 years. If Niger, Mali and Burkina Faso could be doing what they are doing in less than 5 years, that all of you want to kill yourselves. And to you all other Africans, African leaders, starting from President Tinubu, I don't blame all of you. I blame us as the masses. I blame all of us. That will allow a system of government to elevate thuggery, to elevate Omonile to elevate that. In 2025, we are still having Omonile issue in Nigeria. We are still having Agberu boys, and they now have offices. One Jobanile Yorubaleni. Joyoli. That is a system that the people who are so self-centered, a people who lack vision, a people who lack love for the coming generation, that is a system they have allowed. We wouldn't have gotten to where the likes of Tinubu are getting to positions if not because we are a useless set of people. Let me call a spade a spade. That every one of us is just waiting for an opportunity to hit their own national cake, irrespective of whosoever is going to be affected. Aren't you all ashamed of yourselves in Nigeria? You leaders, you governors. I am not going to stop on President Tinubu. What about you governors? How much is the federal government giving you? How much are you putting back into the system for building infrastructures? I'm asking. Ẹ wá sọ̀rọ̀ yín di ọmọ ìjẹbẹ̀rí tó ń jápò sáyà. Ẹ wá ń rówó yẹn ẹ̀ ń jí. Àṣìírí gbogbo yín kó ọrọ̀ jọ nígbà tẹ́ ẹ̀ mẹ́ni tí ó lò ó. Where is Ajimobi today? Where is Akala today? But if I can use this last minute to plead to your conscience, all of you politicians in Nigeria and all other African countries, if on behalf of dying, tired, bleeding continent, if I can stand on their behalf to plead with all of you, if your conscience will kick back and start functioning, if only your conscience is the only thing that you need. Because a man who lacks conscience is dead. He's just walking around. He's a walking corpse. If I can say it today, on behalf of Sudanese, on behalf of Congolese, on behalf of Nigerians, on behalf of Ghanaians, on behalf of Cameroonians, on behalf of Kenyans, on behalf of Zimbabweans, and so many other African countries, South Africans, Côte d'Ivoire, Cotonou, Benin Republic, Togo, everywhere. If I can on their behalf plead with you African leaders that this sun, as at today, the sun you are looking up there is still strong enough in intensity to dry the clothes that we can wash and spread, if only your conscience will permit that. If only. It is very sad. It is very sad. And to all our religious leaders, so that I can end this live video because we are going to work. Yes, some of us, due to disappointment and anger, yes, we might have found out some things in the Bible. Some of our Muslim brothers who were once Muslims, our brothers who were once Muslims, they found some things in the Quran when they started reading it themselves. They found out so many inconsistencies, so many contradictions. But you current religious leaders, you have made it impossible for us and difficult for us not to speak in the dimension with which we have been speaking. And I will explain and round up. So many people have told me, they said, Rotimi, religion is not our problem. I sat down for some days. I said, maybe these people are right. Were there no religions when we were growing up in the 70s, in the 80s? I grew up to not be afraid of my Muslim neighbors. I grew up to never segregate the traditional worshippers, even though we didn't know we came out from it. The Muslims did not grow up segregating Christians. The Isheshe people, the traditional, they grew up not segregating any other religion. And there was peace that all you leaders enjoyed. There was peace. If there was no peace, if Nigeria, if the leaders then had created an environment here and the leaders created, how would you have survived? Some of you even celebrate your mothers on their birthdays. You celebrate your fathers on their birthdays. If the environment you people have created today had been created back then, will you still be celebrating your mothers and your fathers today? How many of you will still be alive? But because of your greed, self-centeredness, I can't even begin to describe it. Look at the environment you have created. That about few days ago, I saw the people, the mercenaries that you politicians brought into our country. They were slaughtering ILR. I don't know how many of you saw that video. Èèyàn mẹ́ta mú ìkan dẹ̀ ń gé, èèyàn méjì dì mú, wọ́n so ní papa, wọ́n dẹ̀ gé lọ́rùn. Èèyàn. And you religious leaders have seen that there is no prayer that is answered in Nigeria. Prayers have never been answered. The only thing that moves God, the qualities that move God, they are qualities of truth, love, and humanity, which all of you religious leaders have driven away from our midst. It is not even inter-religious issues that we're talking. We're talking about intra-religious problems. Within. Intra-religious problems. Didn't we listen to Wasi back then? How many of you remember that every Friday, to some of us that went to public schools, every Friday, it will be Muslims that will do the assembly, conduct the assembly runs for us. And those were the days we will sing one of those songs. Muhammadu lẹ́ni tọ́ lọ́rùn rán fàlànà fún gbogbo àgbáyé, gbogbo ìgbà tójú mọ́ bá ti mọ́, a ó mọ̀ yàn ní mọ́mọ́dù. How many of you remember? And we will sing these songs in love. Monday to Thursday, we will sing different Christian songs in love. Until when all of you people stood up and said, your mission is to damage us as a people. I'm not going to curse tonight. But if I can plead with you pastors in the house, if I can plead with you as far as Muslim clerics in the house, If I can plead with you, Isheshe people in the house early this morning, if I can plead to your conscience, we are a people that are broken down, we are depressed, we are not mentally okay. Even if you have 10 cars in your compound this morning in Nigeria, you cannot be mentally okay unless if your conscience is dead. Unless if your conscience is dead. Even if you have ₦1 million to hit your lunch, your breakfast, ₦1 million to hit your lunch, ₦1 million to hit dinner today, and you say you have peace of mind in the midst of what is happening, you are no longer a human being. I am now using this opportunity to plead with every one of you that are occupying positions of authorities, that you should remember that ọba tó jẹ táyé rojú ayé ò gbàgbé ẹ̀. Ìyí tó jẹ táyé dẹ̀ bàjẹ́ náà wọn ò ní gbàgbé ẹ̀, nǹkan máa sọ pa wọn ló yàtọ̀. And for you to kick back your conscience, mo fẹ́ jẹ́ kẹ́ ẹ máa béèrè lọ́wọ́ ara yín, what is the weight of this planet Earth on scale? Maybe this will help you. Mo ti béèrè rí. Ìjọ́ tí mo rí answer fún question yẹn jọ́ ni mo ti múlẹ̀ ayé easy. Ìwọ Ọlọ́run, kí tiẹ̀ nílé ayé ìwọ̀n gan jẹ́ ti ẹ̀ mọ́. Kí ni weight ẹ̀? Wọ́n ní kò sí instrument tán fi ń wọ̀n. Mo ní kí ló dé? Even gan nígbà tá a wà ní school, a máa ń fi spatula, a fi ń bu salt sórí àwọn kíní measurement tá a bá fẹ́ ṣe chemistry. Salt analysis, ẹ̀yin mélòó lẹ rántí? Tá bá fẹ́ ṣe titration àwọn oríṣiríṣi. Tá bá fẹ́ ṣe physics náà, ó lóun tá fi wọn weight, tá bá fẹ́ ṣe fulcrum, FLE, force, effort and load. Ẹ̀yin mélòó lẹ rántí calculation yẹn? Force, load, and effort. And the orientation of these three will give you the 3 types of machines that we have. You still remember? Wọ́n ní kò sí measurement, kò sí instrument tán lè fi measure weight. Mo ní kí ni díẹ̀? Only because it doesn't even have weight. This whole world, it doesn't have weight. Bros Akins, Hodi Biba. It doesn't have weight. Any politicians wa, any religious leaders wa. I'm begging to your law. Only kan dẹ̀ ni máa fi ṣe lọ́nsìn. Kí lórí yẹn sọ? Orin Uncle Dípọ̀ Ṣódípọ̀. Orin Uncle Dípọ̀ Ṣódípọ̀ ni mo fẹ́ kọ fún wa láàárọ̀ yìí. Ó ní ẹ ṣe eré kó dára. Ẹ̀yin mélòó lẹ mọ̀ orin yẹn? Ẹ ṣe eré kó dára o. Ẹ̀yin ayé kan. Ẹ ṣe eré mo wí o. That is my message to you today. Tí ògiri wa ò bá lanu sílẹ̀ ní Africa ní 2025, aláǹgbá other countries ò lè wọ́bẹ̀. Débi pé wọ́n máa pa àwọn èèyàn níbi tán ti discover resources to be taking away our resources free of charge. Only for you few politicians to be enjoying it. I am begging you. Today you have opportunity to make a change. You local government chairman. You police officer. You army officer. You naval officer. You Air Force personnel. You counselor. You teacher. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin oníṣẹ́ ọwọ́ pátá torí gbogbo ẹ̀ kàn wá. Kì í ṣèjọba nìkan. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin oníṣẹ́ ọwọ́, gbogbo ẹ̀yin olókòwò. Ọ̀rọ̀ ìkan gbogbo wa bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe máa jáde lọ láàárọ̀ yìí. If my message had meant a thing that in a world of darkness, A tiny touch of light can make a difference. Ìwọ tó ń tajà tó gbá kóńgò nídìí, ọ̀rọ̀ ti kàn ẹ́. Ìwọ mechanic tó jẹ́ wípé kíní ló kàn táàpù lásán tó sọ fún wọn pé wọ́n máa change engine ni, ọ̀rọ̀ ti kàn ẹ́. Ìwọ tailor tó meet up appointment rí tó kàn ń gba ṣọ́lẹ̀ lásán tó sì mọ̀ pé ó máa disappoint, ọ̀rọ̀ ti kàn ẹ́. Ìwọ tó máa ń lọ procure materials fún iléeṣẹ́ yẹn, ọ̀rọ̀ ti kàn ẹ́. Èló ló ń háàdì mọ́, èló ló ń jí mbẹ̀. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin báńkàsì pátápátá, gbogbo owó wa tẹ́ ń já, kí ló wà fún? Gbogbo dẹ́bìtì tá ń gbà every now and then, kí ló wà fún? Where is we going today? Ǹjẹ́ ẹ̀yin teacher ẹ kọ́mọ ní tẹ́ máa kọ́mọ àbẹ́ mọ̀ ṣe gbé borùn ní class? Torí tá a bá ń bàjọba wí tá à ń bú báwọn religious leaders wí, àwa ara wa fúnra wa kí là ń ṣe fúnra wa? Ẹ ṣe eré kó dára, ẹ ṣe eré kó dára o, ẹni ayé kan, ẹ ṣe eré mo wí o. Awakening intelligence. What I prefer song, Papa. What do they my hand in live video? Hello, Awakening. Are you there? Hello? Peace Goddess, I cite you. Pretty B 001, thank you. Odi Biba, thank you so much for joining. Akins, thank you so much. Stella, thank you. Nikki, thank you so much. I appreciate every one of you. Anytime. Let me know a little lost. Bye. Ayo Oreke, thank you. Adoni Areke Ade, thank you so much. T Kuto, thank you so much. I really appreciate you for joining. And everyone that I could do. Olushola 10, thank you so much for joining. Fila Mafanga, thank you so much. Facebook family, I appreciate every one of you. Ronke Abuaba, Olayiwola Oyekunle, Oluwakemi Ogungbeni, Ademoye Olusegun, thank you so much. Ekundayo Olokodano, thank you so much. Sunday Temitope, Oladunjoye, thank you so much. I appreciate every one of you. We stand for truth and justice. We are Sister Stella, thank you so much. Odi Biba. Thank you so much.